What's up, Sporkman family? It's your boy Sporkman, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are talking about Quarter Century Stampede, and just my overall opinion of the set so far, as we've had the leaks, we've had the announcement of some cards, just the overall vibe I'm getting from Stampede itself. Now you read the thumbnail, you already can understand where this video is going, but at the same time, I want to preface this by saying that I do not hate this set. I also don't dislike this set. But given all the hype that was surrounding this set, I don't really believe it lived up to its expectation. And I don't believe that KONAMI did an overall great job with this. They did a decent job. I would say they did a decent job, but they did not do a great job. Obviously, there's a lot left for us to be seen in what is left to be in Quarter Century Stampede. However, it just feels like the hype or the hype train that kind of left really quick given what we've seen so far. And I think, I think our expectations were so high because of what we've seen in Bonanza. And then obviously all the high price points we've seen in Bonanza. All the amazing stuff that has happened from Rare Collection 1. Rare Collection 2 is still being worked on. I still think Rare Collection 2 is a good set. I just don't think it's... I don't know what's happened to that set. It's just not there yet. But with Stampede, there is a decent amount of cards. There's a decent amount of reprints for a lot of different things. A lot of high price point cards. Magia, for example. All these amazing cards. But I think what makes Bonanza stand out, and I think we can all agree with this, if we take a look at even the TCG player market for a lot of the cards, the first front page is not really, meta things, but it's nostalgic things. Nostalgic things is holding up Bonanza really, really well. And it's what's driving all the hype towards that set for people to buy into it, buy the cards, everything. So far in Stampede, I haven't gotten that sense of nostalgic vibe. I haven't gotten that sense of, I want to go out there and grab this from my, collection. It's basically, been more or less a lot of meta things, a lot of Edison cards, hat cards, and there's nothing wrong with reprinting cards that people need for past formats and current format of the game. There's nothing wrong with that. All in all, we kind of do need it, right? Because there's a lot of old cards that, hasn't been printed in a long time, so it needs to get a reprint so people can play the game again. Especially in that older format, we're seeing a lot of people move towards that direction versus playing in this current meta and landscape. Given even all the hype of the Blue Eye stuff, people are still deciding to play the other formats. And we've seen a lot of cards reprinted for the older formats. However, again, I will say this, I don't think that given even all the hype of the older formats and whatever's happening in the current format, this set will sell as good as Bonanza because we're not getting that overall sense of nostalgic vibe, right? We're not getting anything to really collect. Sure, we're upgrading a lot of our decks that we have, right? A lot of the, Blue Eyes stuff, a lot, like, for example, Crimson Dragon, Magia, right? Super Star Slayer, and then we have Edison cards, but also banned cards. Maxi, for example, is in Stampede, right? We have a lot of things that is kind of scratching your head a little bit, right? Wind-up carries and Mighty. It's not even available. It's available in Stampede. Maybe some things can happen in the ban list. I don't know. But there's been a lot of banned cards in Stampede, which, again, I don't know the direction where they're going with that. And I know they have to put in filler cards, but I feel like it's been a massive amount of filler cards in Stampede to an extent where I think people are getting very frustrated with what they're seeing so far. And it's not a knock against KONAMI for not doing that, because at the same time, I understand they want to support their community, support their player base that is playing the game in this sense of fashion of, like I said, the older formats and the current format. But at the same time, that marketing is not going to be that same vibe you're getting that you saw from Bonanza, because you're eliminating that portion of the market that sold Bonanza so well, that took to Bonanza so well. So I that's why I feel like we are kind of at a step back when we have to look at Stampede now, because I feel like it's just not there. And yes, I know we will keep talking about there's a lot left to be seen, right? But at the same time, we've seen a lot so far, and it's nothing really pulling us to want to get this, right? Other than some really cool reprints in terms of Magia, Crimson Dragon, Super Star Slayer. I mean, even to a sense, Max C, the Dark Magicians, because that's a really nice card overall. Fiendsmith Engraver, but there's been banlist fears. There's a lot of things, right, that it's just kind of confusing because we don't know where they're going with a lot of these cards. The Molcharmi cards in here as well, which is good. It's an expensive card that's available now in this. But at the same time, we have seen with these Rarity Collection sets, those cards do not hold up the set really well. It doesn't drive the force for people to go out there and buy it. They will rather just buy the singles. And then here's my other knock against the entire Rarity Collection set as a whole, because obviously I do love Rarity Collection sets because I think it gets people really interested in grabbing all these rarities, grabbing all these cards available to them at a very cheap, effective cost. I'm all for that, right? We're all for that. However, with the caveat of saying that people are very upset about the whole Starlight and Quarter Century Secret rarity, right? I think we've talked about it on this channel way more times than we should have. However, I think people have become even more frustrated with the sense of collector rare and then prismatic collector rare. I think that's what it's called. Whatever it is. It drives people crazy because why are we reprinting the same card in the same rarity? Right? You're having people buy into that archetype at that high rarity in collector rare when the set comes out, and then you reprint the same rarity, basically the same rarity, in the Rarity Collection set. That's why people are very frustrated about that as well, right? And people are very frustrated that they buy into Konami and their product, what they're serving us, and then they're just slapping us in the face at the same time. So you're giving us a high rarity card, but not really, right? So I think a lot of people are frustrated in that sense. Now, again, Stampede will have its hype. People will still go out and buy this because people will still want things in this certain rarity, right? Quarter Century Secret Rare. They'll want certain things, right? The Dark Magicians, for example, I think people are going crazy for that. Gaga Cowboy. You have number 11, Big Eye, Gear Gigan X. There's a lot of stuff in here people are going to definitely run and try to get, right? And there'll be times in the market where things are shifting up and down. I just don't think we're going to see that same avenue of shift all the way up for a lot of cards as we've seen with Bonanza. I think that's where people are getting kind of like, well, I don't see an opportunity to really invest, right? There's that part of it. There's the part of collecting. There's a part of wanting to open the set. And I think in all avenues, I don't think it's actually hit the nail in the coffin for the set for a lot of the player base. Again, you have certain cards in this one. So the Ascension, for example. Again, they've reprinted a lot of good meta cards. But then again, at the same time, with the meta cards becoming so readily available, and probably will be at a very cheap cost, why would anyone buy into Stampede? Right? A lot of these cards won't have Quarter Century Secret Rares. Magia is not going to get a Quarter Century Secret Rare because they said they're not reprinting Quarter Century Secret Rares. Super Star Slayer is not getting one. Crimson Dragon is not getting one. A lot of these big hitters are going to get at most a Platinum Secret Rare. And yes, Magia might still hold maybe a $20 to $30 value as a Platinum Secret Rare. But what's stopping people from getting the Super Rare? Okay, yes, you want a shinier version, sure, but at the same time, you could probably get the Super Rare for much cheaper. And I think people are going to realize and probably do that as well. I'm just a little confused where the marketing and where their sense of thought processes in all this. Again, we have not even a completed Signer Dragon set, but we have Black Rose again. Why is Black Rose in this? We already have a Black Rose Quarter Century Secret, so this is just another filler card. Why is Power Tool not in this? Livestream Dragon. I'm a Signer Dragon fan. You could see the background. I gotta mention it. Where's Time Wizard? right? I'm a big Time Wizard guy myself. So where's Time Wizard? Where's a lot of these cards that people love from back in the day? As Core Century Secreters. Right? Where's a lot of the GX stuff? Where's Sparkman? Right? Where is Bowman? Where's all these things? Where are these Core Century Secreters? People want to collect nostalgic cards, and we're not getting it with this set. We were hoping to get it with this set. We're not getting any of the cool GX cards that we saw, that we thought we would get. We're not getting any of the 5Ds cards that we thought we would get. It's not here in the nostalgic set. Not even the original Duel Monsters. We're not getting any of these things that we saw, that we hoped, that we were wanting. We're getting a lot of meta stuff. Cool, like I'm happy about that. That is good, right? Player base gets to afford certain things. But at the same time, if we're speaking truthfully with each other, I really don't feel there's been a lot of movement of people wanting to play the game as much as we've talked about. I feel like people are wanting to play other card games. Or again, older formats, which again, this is probably perfect for that as well, given that. But at the same time, the game has become a little too hard to kind of understand for a lot of people, especially a lot of new players. That's why people are going towards Star Wars Unlimited, One Piece, Dragon Ball, all these different games they're going towards. Plus, we could talk about pricing and all this stuff. That's another topic for a different day. But again, that's why I believe this set should have been very honed in on the nostalgic stuff. And it didn't do that, right? Like, we look at all these cards. Yes, these are okay cards. Tour Guide from the Underworld, yeah, had its popularity back in the day. Great, but not amazing. Moki Moki, this is a joke of a card and great, but at the end of the day, it's not what people really want. Shadal stuff, yeah, it had its hype back in the day. Again, there's some things here, yeah, had its hype, had its moment, but I don't know. Like, where is the player base getting happy about this? For example, is the person that asked for this in the room with us? Like, who asked for these things? I didn't. like, where are some of these cards coming from? Goes and Match is a decent one. Yes, the Monarch, yes, cool. Yes, some things here and there, but it's not like a pulling factor. Number 16 is great, but it's banned. People are saying it's going to come back. It probably won't, but I'm always loving the opportunity to draw drama in the community with the playability of cards that shouldn't be in the meta, but somehow sneaks its way in. If maybe number 16 Shockmaster can do that, great. But don't see that happening. Grand Maju, this is a fan favorite card here, sure. Everything else, not really. Zen Mighty's banned. Love windups. Want them to be relevant again. Not sure if they will ever be. Yes, the Arcana Dark Magician is nice, but how many Dark Magicians do we really need at this point? Like, we have a lot. Great card for older format. Yes. Itemized. Don't think really people are going crazy for that. Max C, sure, it's banned. People think it's going to come back. Maybe. Who knows? The alternate artwork Access Core Talker, which is not a terrible card. And then obviously all the reveals we got at the initial front, right? Fuelio's, sure, right? Sure. Petite Moth, again, a joke. Filler card. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to show this at the end real quick, but just a shout out to Damien702 on Instagram. You guys gotta see this. This is incredible. But before I do that, I'm not impressed, if I'm being completely honest with everybody. I will still buy a box. I'll still open this. I will still be, I won't say happy, but I'll be, what's the word am I looking for? I can't even find the word, but I'll be satisfied. There we go. I'll be satisfied. I just don't see myself being excited as I once was. I'm hoping the more reveals gets me more excited about this set. And I think there's been a lot of hype with a lot of sets recently, and they haven't lived up to the expectation, which is very disappointing. And I think Konami keeps on drawing the hype for a lot of these sets, but it's not living up to expectation. And I also feel bad. I always say it. I always feel bad to OTS stores because they have to buy into these sets based off the name, based off the hype, based off what they've seen previously, without knowing the contents inside what they're buying. So they're taking a risk buying into Stampede, and I don't know if it was actually worth the risk now. Because I don't know if people are going to go out there and buy cases of Stampede versus what they were doing with Bonanza. I just don't see that happening. I see them buying boxes, but I don't see them buying cases. And if they are buying boxes, I mean maybe one or two at most. You'll have your people that can afford buying more, sure. Would people financially do it if they are trying to save or trying to afford certain things? No, because they'll just buy the singles they need. Much more affordable, much more cheaper, and better cost efficient way of getting the stuff you need for a bargain. I don't know about this one. They nailed Rarity Collection 1. Disappointed a bit with Rarity Collection 2. I still have hope that set will succeed someday, because there's a lot of good stuff in that set. Rarity Collection 3, amazing. I would put Rarity Collection 3 as my number one for these Rarity Collection sets, then Rarity Collection 1. I would put Stampede at 3 with it. There's just so much stuff in it, and then 2 at last year so far. But even given that, with Stampede having all this hype, I expected more. I expected it to really be number one, to be honest with you, or at least number 2 on this Rarity Collection list, and it's not. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions about this set. I don't want to knock it too much because there is a lot of meta stuff in this, and there is a lot of value to be had in that regard. Just keep in mind, everybody, it's not going to be a lot of meta quarter century secret rares. It's going to be platinum secret rares. So that's something to really note as well, right? A lot of the cards you're seeing that you're very hyped for, they won't be QCRs. They'll be platinum secret rares. For Welios, Magia, Crimson Dragon, Super Star Slayer, all these cards that I'm very hyped for, they're going to be at most a platinum secret rare. So, yeah, man, I that's the thing. I don't know what they're selling us on besides that. I don't know. I need more nostalgia stuff. I need more stuff in this to really want to go out there and get more stuff from this set, to buy it sealed, all this stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, everybody. But before we go, because I do want to show you this, because I think it's really cool. A fellow friend of mine on Instagram, insane. Let me put the volume on a little bit for you here. Don't want to overdo it, but absolutely insane. Let's take a look, everybody.
That looks so neat.
He opened a Turbo Warrior tin, by the way, so he had some packs, first edition Crossroads of Chaos.
So weird.
As you can see, the Crossroads Chaos pack, it looked kind of like crazy because I think it was out for too long in the,
which I think is,
I guess, inside the tin, and it kind of got really weird, but you can see the card he's about to pull here.
No way.
If you all know what 2400 attack is in this set, you already know what's happening right here.
Already?
Keep in mind, this is a first edition pack.
Ultra ulti. Okay. No fucking way. No fucking way, dude.
Like, isn't this insane? Like, we're in 2025. Shout out to Damien, always opening the most insane things on his Instagram page and pulling this amazing Black Rose Dragon. Go check him out. Go support him. Go give him a follow. He definitely deserves all the love. I'll be honest with you, much love to Ruxin, but this man opens so much nostalgic stuff on like a weekly basis that it's absolutely insane. Like the amount of nostalgic stuff he opens and willing to spend the money to open them, absolutely wild. This is like nothing. Like this is like look at all the nostalgic stuff, everybody. Like this is insane. Like you can't find a better Instagram page right now opening nostalgic stuff than Damien. Like you really can't. There's just so much stuff. Go support him. Go check him out. It's a fun channel, or I should say a fun page, to visit for sure. Only 1,000 followers. I mean that number is so low, and I say low because he deserves so much more. Like he should have like 50,000 people following him at this point, because they're even more than that. Like the stuff he opens, everyone should be watching this. Like if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you will enjoy this. So go follow him, show some love, comment, and all that fun stuff. It is so cool to see stuff like that get opened and big hits, everybody. I think it's always fun to see that. I think everyone can agree that you don't get to see Black Rose Dragon First Edition Ghost Rare being opened anywhere. Like, honestly, that is absolutely insane. But yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.